Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to 999, the game where we find new things in new places all the time. So, our last thing we were tasked with doing right before we ended the last episode was we need to find I believe the Uranus key in here. At least we're hoping we'd find it in here because we don't really have anywhere else to look. And that's the only real place we have left to go other than here. So we're going to take a look around here, figure out stuff. We also know that supposedly Alice, or All Ice, is located somewhere beyond this room. I'm not sure if that could help us or what, but that's something to keep in mind as well. So without any further ado, let's begin. So there's a large door there. This is where we started. Let's take a look. There's a note on that table. Lights to the books. Huh? What does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Does it really? Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next? They spend the rest of their lives locked in the darkness. I guess that's a way to think about it. It's a little odd. Rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes. But that has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss. Like, yeah, you can hear voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. So he has unique abilities despite his impairment, is what he's saying. Now we have... well, that wasn't what I meant to click, but okay, the handrail's made of metal. We have that. It's a coat rack, like a place where you hang coats and hats and stuff. Well, this one's not too big, so maybe just hats. I like this music. I've said it before, but it's spooky, but still intriguing. Now, that book right there that I didn't click looks intriguing. Teletemporation and telepathy. What is this one about? Well, probably teleportation and telepathy. Well, I know what telepathy is, but I've never heard of teletemporation. It refers to having the ability to travel through time. Time travel, what a silly topic. I know that, but I guess I can't click that one particular book. It just clicks the whole thing. Okay. What about up here? This book is called, Mind Swap. You mean you could, like, change bodies with someone? Well, I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother or Junpei too much, but I'd rather die than let Seven switch with me. What the heck? Like, I'd even want to swap bodies with a little brat, like... Hey, were you just imagining it? You were! Shut up. Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. Kitab al-Az. Man, they've got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one. Who's that? Some famous guy? It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul Azred. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead. The Necromonicon. Oh. So, these are all occult books and stuff. Okay. And down here, this one says the Golden Rabbit and the Moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's the moon stuff about? It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to Chinese legend. I'm not familiar with that legend, but okay. So these are all odd topics. Like, this isn't just your standard easy reading. These are all odd topics, talking about odd things like telepathy and the ability to swap minds, going through time, talking about a strange legend of a tree on the moon, and whatever that other one was. Sorry, I forgot. All odd topics, I'd say. Wow, there's a lot of read here, I guess. Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about? Why are you asking me? I don't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail. Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails, as they were no longer useful, and the nutrients required to grow them were better put to use elsewhere. At least, that's what I read. I was rather young. I may have remembered it incorrectly. Huh? Why would a kid be reading a book like that? Maybe there's more to him than meets the eye. I mean, I'm sure there is, but... Micrographia, huh? Ah, yes, Robert Hooke's famous work. First published in 1668. 5, even, not 8. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things. 2. Too small to be seen in detail by human eyes. He then drew pictures of the many things he examined and published them in a book. I'd hazard a guess this shelf is concerned with natural science. Wait. Did it say Robert Hooke? Because I actually think I might know who that's about. I mean, Robert Hooke, obviously, but if it was something else, I was trying to reread the name. It escaped me the first time. This one says transition of extinct species. We need to hurry it up or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. They're all really odd topics, but I would say kind of advanced level topics. Creatures of the South Seas, huh? I wonder if this one's got pictures of colorful fish and stuff. Like, these don't seem like easy topics to read. I mean, I'm not saying that they couldn't be read by an average adult, but none of these seem to be able to be read by anyone under an average adult. Paleontology. This one's about fossils, right? Ammonites are pretty nasty looking. Okay, fossils. I'm trying to see if there's some sort of connection between all of these. Introduction to geology, huh? Well, that one actually seems kind of low level. Thinking about the Earth, even when you're on the ocean. Kind of romantic in a way, I guess. The theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. This is that Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of the Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. So what is this about then? Oh, okay. Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks? Probably not, except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection. I was just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks? Really? Theories of the Cambrian explosion. Did a bomb go off somewhere called Cambria? Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period. Research suggests that the variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. So, up on the top row we had a number of books about, like, thought and stuff like that. In here I'm noticing, let's see, what was this one? And this one has a lot more about nature. Like, we have evolution, we have natural sciences, it's all geology in there. What's this one? Evolution. Let's see what this one is. So these ones are all about, like, natural sciences. I don't know if that means anything. I know that books are kind of grouped together, so maybe that doesn't actually mean anything. But in this puzzle world of puzzles, things like that do mean important things sometimes. And I'm sorry that this is taking so long to read these books, but I'm actually kind of interested in this. Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the title. Looks like this shelf's all science technology. Now that's peculiar. Why is that missing? Can't click up there. I can click that. All that's here is Faraday's laws of electrolysis. I believe that's going to be about electrolysis in an electrolyte solution. These particular laws were set down by Michael Faraday. Okay, the top right doesn't seem to do anything. Oh no, don't drop the stylus. Got it. Are property values going up out in space? Are property values going up out in space too these days? Man, guess times are tough for aliens too. This one says cosmic inflation. Okay. I think that is something to do with, like, the universe expanding or something? Supersymmetric string theory and 10-dimensional spacetime. They're just talking about superstring theory. It's a theory of reality where, how to explain? It says that all elements of the universe are governed by the vibrations and harmonics of tiny supersymmetric strings. I have a feeling that all these books are what I was told that Raymond, you said you were going to have a lot to talk about. I have a feeling it's going to be about all of these. Probably. Because there are a lot of topics in here. What's this? An overview of conformal field theory. Now that sounds interesting. Well, it's a theory that posits an invariant quantum field where conformal transformation can take place. Knock it off with the science voodoo stuff. You trying to put me to sleep? Theory of general relativity, huh? Oh, I know this one. That's Einstein's, right? Okay, and I'm familiar with that one. Quantum gravity. 7. Do you have any idea what this is? How about you start by using real words? Then maybe we'll get somewhere. Quantum gravity. So this one appears to have a lot more to do with, like, planets, galaxies, and stuff like that. The universe. Now I'm curious about this middle one. That's why I've held off on clicking it. Oh, maybe I need to write this down. Let's click them first, see what they say. What's the deal with these titles? They're all just gibberish. But maybe it's a code. Hey, what if we, like, switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah. If we move them around, maybe they'll spell out something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. Okay. I'm seeing the word open. Let's try that. Open here, find bulb. Okay. Yeah, I was like, that looks like open. How about this? Uh-huh. Looks like putting those books in the right order opened this thing right up. That was a piece of cake. Hooray! You did it, Junpei. I guess that turned out well enough. So, the letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. And indeed, we found a powerful light bulb. Looks like a, what do they call them? A floodlight. The light bulb looks like it's brand new. And it's really big, so it'll make a lot of light. I'm sure that could be useful for something. So let's continue looking around the room. We spent a lot of time on these books. I'm like at halfway through my episode, and we did a whole lot of nothing but look at books. Now I've seen the... Oh, good lord. The black hole hypothesis. Gamma ray astrophysics. I guess this bookshelf has an astronomy theme. Which, that other one looked like it had galaxies. This one might be more astronomy, which is kind of related. Oh boy, okay. History of Buddhism. Oh, is this going to be a religion shelf? Look, this one says Cultural Heritage of Rome. Bet that's going to be serious inheritance tax. Permian creatures? Seems a little fancy for some kind of prehistoric critter. Not to mention most of them were likely reptiles and amphibians. Without hair, I can't imagine they had much need of perms. Oh. That's got nothing to do with this. History of the medieval period. Or maybe it's less religion and more history. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot? Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're going to find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book. A kid's book here? It looks like it's a children's story about Native Americans. Don't you think a random book like that is kind of suspicious? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. Does seem a little suspicious. Maybe we can find a spot to use it later. This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Hey, Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some... Whoa! Oh. It's a pop-up book. Maybe we need to shine a light on it in the right way and it'll make a word. Because LRK and any variation of that doesn't make a word due to a lack of a vowel. So maybe we have to set it somewhere, put the light in it, it'll cast a shadow, and we can use that to create the rest of our word. So worry about that later. What's Hellenism? I think it's something like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. Ah, cool, I got it. Oriental history. Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history, or something? Hey, Chinese history and Oriental history aren't the same thing. This one's called History of the Western World. Well, I'd assume it's about European history. Yeah. Just gonna leave it at that, Snake. Doesn't seem like you. Oh, no, not that. Not that. There we go. Hey, look at this. This book's called Greek Mythology. That thing's huge. Can't imagine anyone actually read the whole thing. Pretty sure it just put me to sleep. I don't know. There are some people who really like that kind of stuff. Handrails made of metal. Probably a wise choice of building material. Now, is this the door we came in? The big opening is the door to the library. It's pretty impressive. Almost looks like the door to a shrine, or a church or something. There's another door after it, and then a passageway beyond that. At the end of that passageway is a door with that of the Neptune symbol engraved on it, so that's the way we came in. Hurry up, we need to find the key with the mark of Neptune. Okay. This sounds like a job for the best brother and sister team in the world! Man, it's like 7 and I don't even exist. Okay, some more books over here. Principles of Monkey Behavior. I bet this one's going to be about animals. I'd imagine that's a book describing the praxeology of studies on monkeys. Monkeys are very similar to human evolutionarily, so I imagine the research was fruitful. Oh, look, Seven. Here's a book perfect for you. It's called Correlation of Muscle, Bone Density, and Bone Strength. You're just saying that because it says muscle. This book is called Dissection. Okay, maybe not animals. Maybe more along the lines of living creatures. So this book's called Dissection. This bookshelf must be all medical books. From what I can tell, it sounds as though these books have been organized by genre. This library must be massive. I'm rather impressed by how well organized it is. And I was thinking, I know a cruise ship isn't meant to go into dangerous waters, but the fact of the matter stands that it still could go into dangerous waters. Like, it could be subjected to that at any time. You'd think having just like a free open library like this wouldn't be the best, like these books could fall out in rough weather. Functions of the human brain, huh? I guess this is a book about the nervous system. I'd love to ask you to read it to me, but I don't think we have the time. I'm kind of curious about it too. There's got to be a reason why people connect with each other, you know? This one, it looks just like that picture book from earlier. The one with the pop-ups. You think they're a part of a series of something? They do have the same binding. So let's search it. There's a baseball on this one. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably a baseball stuff. Whoa! Okay, that says head. I can read that. This is a pop-up book. It's got the letters H-E-A-D popping out of it. Not very helpful. Human equilibrium theory. Human anatomy. Regeneration of internal organs. Ooh, that's an interesting topic. Dissection atlas, huh? This whole shelf is full of medical books. Look, this one's called A Recreation of Lost Human Functions. You think they're talking about if you, like, lose part of your body, then you could grow it back? I don't think so. Maybe they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. In other words, they may be talking about cultivating a sixth sense. Now that would actually be intriguing because we've had some books in here about humans. We've had books in here about, you know, thoughts, like, about thoughts. Now, we've seen tons of experiments in this ship and stuff about, like, thinking and the mind and morphogenic field. And that could kind of tie all these books together somewhat. Oh, we already looked at that one. Ancient Gladiators. What's this book doing here? Maybe they were researching human physical limits across history? I guess it kind of ties in with the rest of them. Oh boy, there's so many books. I think I'm going to make an extra episode just so everyone knows. Just because we spent basically the whole episode reading books, and I'd like to actually get somewhere today. So we'll probably make one more episode after this is over. And I'll just release it same day, but I'll make an actual break of an episode rather than just a part 1 and part 2, but they'll come out on the same day. Automated robotic assembly line techniques. Huh. What's that? Some sort of comic book? Geez, I guess boys really like that stuff. Huh. No, you're thinking of a different sort of robot. This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things like cars. Actually, now that I think about it, that could get confusing. I'll just do part 1 and part 2 like I normally do. What's this? What's that one called? It says Foundations of DNA and Genetic Engineering. Okay, so robots, because the robots that they're talking about are used to build, and they're talking about genetic engineering. Is this one maybe trying to tie technology with humans? Communication and computer science, huh? That's a pretty generic title, and indeed it is. To be honest, it's so vague, I don't really know what it might be about. And next bookshelf, an overview of photochemistry? I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? Huh, looks like there's a whole lot of space behind these books. Look, Junpei. I think there's something hidden behind the books. Wait. Oh, just another light bulb. I thought we were going to find Alice. I mean, it seemed a little too early to find her, honestly, but... very helpful for your information. Okay, so we got another light bulb. That's good, I suppose. So if we got more than one book, maybe they have to be shown at different angles. Maybe. Have we read these? Okay, so we've already read these. Have we read these? Okay, we've read the. Okay, so we've read all of the books, I think. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of reading. I mean, it's intriguing. I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's very, very mysterious. But I did just spend an entire episode reading titles of books, getting a few books out, and getting some light bulbs. And while that's kind of cool, in terms of thinking of this as a Let's Play, it was kind of boring. So I'm going to take a break here. This is going to be part 1. We're going to go to part 2 in the next video. And we will continue forward and keep looking around the room. Probably go downstairs. I have this strange feeling just looking at it that it looks like there's more books downstairs, so we might do a lot more of what we just did, but I'm assuming we'll probably get somewhere with these light bulbs and these books. So, see you guys in the next video.